And now we are here in Iowa City with Chef Gaby. One of her clients has graciously opened up their home to us, and we're going to do some holiday entertaining. So what are we going to make first?
Well, today we're going to feature a pumpkin soup using an Iowa Friendly Farm pumpkin that will be infused with some coconut and cilantro and a touch of lime.
Oh, that sounds great. All right, how do we get started?
We start with a basic base, and we do it in a cold pot, and it's a basic classic base. It's called the Mirepoix, but I've done a little twist to the classic Mirepoix, and I've changed the celery with fennel. So the classic is carrot, onion, celery. Today we're switching it with the fennel. So we start with some carrots on the cold pot, some onion, and a little bit of garlic, another personal touch to a simple base to any soup. We put a little bit of salt in the pot. Toss that around, take it to the stove to bring on some heat and allow them to get translucent, not caramelized, just translucent. It literally looked like they're just sweating out. So now that the vegetables are translucent and I can see some color on the pan, I'm going to add the pumpkin.
All right. It smells wonderful already.
And add water. Just enough water to cover the vegetables.
And that pumpkin was really firm, so it's going to need to boil a while, right?
Yes. Turn it on high and let them boil away.
All right, our pumpkin is soft. And now it's time to puree?
Yes, now it's time to transfer it to a blender. I am using a high-speed blender, but any blender would work.
All right.
If you don't have a blender, you could use a food processor, just do it in half batches. So we put some of the liquid.
All right.
And then we'll add...
And this is coconut milk?
This is coconut milk.
All right. It looks very creamy.
And this will make it very, very creamy. And then we'll also put some cilantro, stems and all.
All right.
This can be to taste. Some people don't really like cilantro, or it tastes like soap to them.
I've heard people say that.
Yes. But those of us that love cilantro,
yes, you can't get enough.
go at it.
Right.
And then we'll squeeze some lime juice.
All right.
And then we'll blend.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait to try this. All right, wonderful. And the cilantro adds some nice color in there, too.
It does. It adds color, flavor.
Wonderful.
And then we'll just pour it. Yeah, thank you. We'll just pour it on the bowl. Just sprinkle a little smoked paprika. The red gives it a nice contrast. And then just some cilantro leaves.
So let's try it.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
A spoon for you. Oh my goodness. It's so delicious, and I've never had anything like this. This is wonderful. Pumpkin soup with coconut milk.
Yes.
Okay, so we're mashing up some pumpkins now for our holiday party. What are we gonna make next?
We're making a quick, easy appetizer hors d'oeuvre, also using the same pumpkin and some of the ingredients that we used on the soup. And it's really easy. You just roast the pumpkins, smash them till you have somewhat of a puree consistency.
Okay.
If you can, as much as you can. And then we have some crostinis in the oven.
All right, we just put a little oil on those
We put a little bit of
baked
oil
until
on
they're
there.
nice and crispy.
Yes.
And what's in here?
So in here I have caramelized onion and apples,
Oh.
Iowa apples,
Nice.
tossed with a little bit of the smoked paprika and a balsamic vinegar.
All
So
right.
that the balsamic vinegar gives it that rich color. So I just put a little bit of the puree, garnish with the caramelized onion and apple, and garnish with a little fennel.
Beautiful. And now it's time for the finishing touch, and you have invented a holiday cocktail, right? What is this?
It's called the Grand Sparkle, and it's prepared with sparkling apple cider
All right.
with some pineapple juice.
Yum.
Yes. And some Grand Marnier. Also, a touch of freshly squeezed lime juice.
Nice. And you put together a beautiful garnish.
Yes, I put together a garnish that is apple slices, anise stars, and pomegranate seeds, which I've frozen
All right.
so that they stay together. And I just put them neatly leaning
Wonderful.
over the martini glass. Then I swirl the mix, just a good swirl. If you're making a big batch, you just stir it in a little bit and then pour it over the glass. And let the garnish float. And there you have it.
Beautiful. Well, Chef Gaby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.